Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. If y'all rocking with Young Dolph, go ahead, let me know where y'all from and put the Dolph emojis in the comment section, man. Like this video, let's go. So they getting closer and closer to finding out the full details of who all was involved in Young Dolph. Yes, they got one of the guys already. The judge gave him a life sentence because they did Dolph wrong. So they were all getting the karma from this, man. And one thing they started talking about is the fact that Moneybagg Yo's Bentley, what was it doing driving in front of the cookie shop like that? When they pulled up the pictures and they showed it to the jury, they were all shocked because everybody from CMG had the alibi saying they were somewhere else. So why is it that the same car that they all use in the music videos is driving by that street and got picked up on the sky cam, the ADT surveillance footage and everything? So somebody is not saying exactly where they were. The alibis don't match up, and this is why it's going to turn into a Feds RICO case, man. The fact that Yo Gotti tried to say he was already on the plane going to Atlanta, they were actually driving to the airport and everything. This is why they cannot get their story straight. One person said one thing, the other person said another thing. The karma from them doing all of this is coming back to bite them, and it's making them all slip up. It's making them say the wrong things and basically incriminating themselves, because when that picture, everybody started looking at that Bentley, they knew that was Moneybagg Yo's girlfriend's Bentley. And the only way that they got that car was because Yo Gotti gave it to them through CMG. Like they gift each other car. A lot of these rappers, if you know anything about this, is that they will buy cars and gift it to each other. Like Moneybagg Yo might get a car from Yo Gotti, then he give that same car to his girlfriend or to an artist that he signs. And the same thing goes on. Like Young Dolph gave Big Moochie Grape the purple Lamborghini truck, and that's when the one dude ended up hitting a stain on him for 50K. And so ever since that day, this whole thing has been up in the air. Everybody picking sides in Memphis. A lot of people support Young Dolph, so they knew that they was with Dolph, riding with Dolph, and they knew that the Yo Gotti and them were really the ones that was hating on him. So if anything was to go down, it was always Yo Gotti's people trying to do something to Dolph and stuff like that. And so at the end of the day, y'all got to realize that they all getting caught red-handed. The fact that they trace back the getaway cars down to exactly Yo Gotti and Moneybagg Yo. And you got to remember, Big Jook being out of the picture, it changes a whole lot of things now, because he already testified and he can't go and take back his remarks. He can't say that he lied about this, lied about that, and anything like that. Just like how Lil Woody was saying that he was lying about certain things and all that. Big Jook wasn't able to say that. And a lot of people think allegedly that Big Jook got taken out. Like he got sent up because he knew he was going to testify information against Yo Gotti. Like they already had him in the interrogation room. They were already investigating him. And they knew that he had to answer to somebody. So they wanted to know who was his boss, who was he enforcing rules for, who was he loyal to, and who was he beefing with. He was beefing with Dolph and was loyal to Yo Gotti. And when they put money on Dolph's head, it came out of Big Jook's account. So Big Jook was the accomplice the whole time, because he was orchestrating and planning and plotting how they was going to do it, who were they going to pay, how much they were going to pay, and how much money to put, because the list came out. It was $100,000 on Dolph's head. It was $50,000 on Key Glock. They put $5,000 for Big Moochie Grape and $20,000 for Snoop Bands. So Snoop Bands, he had a large amount put on him. Like, so he must have had some sort of he has some history in this whole entire beef. Snoop Bands must have been maybe the person who was gonna ride for slide for Dolph or something like that. And maybe maybe Snoop Bands, he could have had an important role in the streets when he was younger before he started rapping. But Snoop Bands is from Castalia. So Castalia, Orange Mound, Snoop Bands is always taking pictures and posting pictures over there. So the other side, they see that he's staying in that hood. He's not moving. They're not scaring him. They're not running him off or anything like that. Snoop Bands is basically standing his ground. And so this is why they actually put $20K for him. And at the end of the day, you got to realize that whatever the thing is with Big Moochie Grape or them putting a hit out on everybody from PRE, these main 5 people, is because they were all like close knit together. They were all supposed to be at that music video shoot that was going to go on. You got to remember that the only reason Dolph went to the cookie shop was because they were supposed to do something over there. And it wasn't just for the cookies. It wasn't because he wouldn't have went there at 9 a.m. if it was just for the cookies. They could have got curbside pickup. They could have got it delivered. They could have had somebody else run in there and everything like that. And Dolph's brother, he popped out on point. Dolph's brother, he only had a few seconds to react to this whole thing. If y'all seen the video, you see the video of Young Dolph walking in, and you see how they took the order, and the lady, she take forever on the register. And she doesn't even give them no type of warning, no get down, look out, there's people there, or come with me, or run. She just took off. It's every man for themselves. This is why you got to realize you cannot ever trust nobody at all. You could be best friends with them. You could know them for years. You could help them get this and that. You could help them get their life together. You could help people who was walking to work and everything, and now you got them cars, you got them this and that, or somebody you supporting their business, you shopping at the cookie shop for them, you buying cookies. You could be helping whatever, but you still can't trust nobody because, look, they couldn't even get no type of respect for the lady to tell them to get down or run behind the counter or anything like that. She just took off. And it shows that a lot of people, they only think for themselves. You could help them as much as you want. You could be there to support. You could be a celebrity. You could be whatever, their favorite person. But at the end of the day, they're gonna only look out for themselves in the end of it. And it's like, yeah, when you putting the life on the line and this shooter's coming to the door and everything like that, you gotta basically save yourself. We get it. But at the same time too, you got to understand that it was a lot that could have been done to prevent this. This should have never happened. And the karma from everybody hating on Dolph, the karma from them being jealous of Dolph, envious and greedy, and felt some type of way about every little thing because Dolph was successful and they knew that he had the mindset to be way bigger than how all of them were. How Yo Gotti was, and Moneybagg Yo, how Black Youngster was. Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster, Yo Gotti, they still stuck in the hood mindset. They still do the same routine that they did from when they was in the hood, from when they were sleeping in their grandma's couch and sleeping on their cousin's couch and everything like that. They still do the same routine from when they was locked up. They institutionalized. So a lot of them, their mentality can only go so far. Young Dolph, he had way more capability than them. And this is the main reason they hated on him and they couldn't get over it, was because they knew Dolph was just entirely a way better person than all of them. And that whatever they would have to try to flex and brag about doing one nice thing that Dolph does every day and never has to say a word about it. And so what you got to understand, this is why Dolph was the king of Memphis and why Yo Gotti and them ended up playing the role that they played. And at the end of the day, it's all going to result in everybody going to jail, getting locked up, and never being out. You see, they throwing life sentences. And so they all threw their opportunities away. They threw their millions of dollars away for nothing because of a little petty thing that Yo Gotti thinks he's in the beef. But Dolph was just trying to fulfill and help out as many people as possible, because at the end of the day, they all gonna have to pretty much face the actions and repercussions of everything that they did. And they're all telling on each other now. So the loyalty's out the window. The street mentality of never snitching, that's all out the window. They snitched. Everybody snitched. Everybody told. And this is why you can't even trust people who think like that, because they all trusted each other not to tell on each other. And that's the first thing they did as soon as the police came up to them. They started telling and everything like that. And so at the end of the day, they're going to get the justice for Young Dolph. Let me know if y'all want to get the justice for Dolph. Let me know where y'all from. Make sure you like this video and put the Dolph emojis in the comments. And stay tuned for all the updates.